Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Welcome to the evening show here. Actually, I didn't even advertise the time. I just kind of did everything within the last 20 minutes. Yeah, it was a short decision. Actually, yeah. But anyway, we're here. We're here. I'm not about to complain and yeah, it's been one of those days today. Not a good day, but anyhow, we're going to be reviewing the news of today from Cannon 4 TV's perspective. I'm going to add a little bit of hot pepper sauce on this one. Yeah, there's been some words from your manager, Mikel Arteta. Yes, there has been. But anyway, yeah, the goalkeeping situation. There was a poll, there was a vote we did on that. We're going to get into that. And actually, don't forget, guys, to subscribe to the channel. You must make sure you subscribe, otherwise I'll come and sort you out. All right, the live chat is still here. It's never going to go anywhere. Come into the live chat. Let me know your thoughts about the All or Nothing, which is going to be coming out tomorrow, I believe. It's tomorrow? It's tomorrow. But we're going to get into this evening show on the other side of this music intro. Yes. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. I don't have that thing. What do you call it? When someone says something about you and you kind of get what's the word? I can't remember what the word is, but I'm being a little bit more cautious about. No, I'm not being cautious about the way I say fodder. Yeah, was it twerk for work? Yeah, trying to make me think. Oh my goodness, he's saying fodder. FOODDDDAA. FODDER. Cannon fodder. Anyhow, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. I tell you what, I'm just so happy that I've got this hobby that I love doing so much to kind of give me a little bit of escapism from the rigors of life. It's just been one of those days. It has literally. But yes, indeed. Like I said before, the bump. Make sure that you do subscribe to Cannon 4 TV and also hit the bell notification button, so you can receive all the latest and breaking news. Latest and breaking news right here. And come into the live chat. I can see we've got Errol Waters. What's happening, Errol? What's happening, brother? Yeah, the first one to hit the live chat. So you can be the second and third person to come into the live chat. You can't be the first because Errol is the first. All right, and he's also the as he this we've had two new members. We've had two new members. Errol being one, and someone came. I can't remember the name. It was like an interesting name, but I don't want to say something and I pronounce the name wrong. So welcome, Errol, and I hope you're looking forward to the Thursday night show that we're going to do when we're back in Europa League action. Yeah, like last time we were in Europa League action, that Thursday night was hot, man, hot pepper sauce. The live chat only open to members, so if you are not a paid up member, now is your chance. Get into the description box, has the link, pay your description, and you too can come in live chat with Errol and just talk amongst yourselves. All right, so let's get into this one over here. Yeah, what's up first? Guys now left the building. He's now left Arsenal. Fulham signed goalkeeper from Arsenal in an £8 million transfer deal. Yeah, Fulham have signed a goalkeeper Bert Leno from Arsenal on a 3-year contract in a deal worth up to £8 million. You're probably thinking, age 30, 3 more years. Goalkeepers don't mature until the mid-30s. I almost said mid-50s. No, mid-30s. So he's still got some more mileage in the tank. The club also has an option to extend the 30-year-old German stay a further 12 months. Leno was Fulham's number one target, although the championship winners did look at Barcelona's Neto and Man United's Dean Henderson, amongst others. The Cottagers will pay £3 million up front, £1 million depending on appearances, and £2 million if they avoid relegation. I'm thinking, if they avoid relegation, you guys have just been promoted. Ah, dear. And a further £2 million if they survive the following year. God, my goodness. Anyway, Bert Leonard sent out a really nice tweet. He said, Arsenal fans, it's time to move on for me. It's been a pleasure to be part of this great football club for 4 amazing years. I can't believe it. 4 years has gone just like that. Thank you very much for your support. Actually, he didn't say it's gone so very fast, just like that. I said that. I said that. He didn't say that in his tweets. He went on to say, "Thank you very much for your support. Also, a big thank you to my teammates and the staff behind the team. I'm looking forward to see you soon. Where's he going to see you soon? Oh, all right, okay, yeah. When Arsenal play against Fulham, no mention specific names or not even like a shout out to Mikel Arteta. Or am I just looking too much into it there? But Bernd Leno has now left the building. Good luck to him. um, the poll that we did generated because of this goalkeeper here. And got to keep it humble, man. It's the sport that we support, football. It can be ruthless, very very ruthless. You're only as good as your last game. And I'm always going to say this: when he actually said that he is number one, he's always been number one. Remember when Martinez left? And look at Bert Leno. He was no longer number one. You got to keep it humble, man. Keep it humble. That's one thing. The other thing I want to say is the poll that we did, Bert Leno. I think what I'll do, I'll go into the poll once I've read through all the new segments. Actually, just one more to go, and we might go into the poll. But Bert Leno, man, yeah, got to keep it humble, man. And you remember, he can't stay at Arsenal because he's thinking about his place in the German squad. World Cup November. Simple as that. So I'm always asked this question, Alex, would you have kept Bernd Leno or would you have sold him? I said, well, truth be told, I would have kept him. I would have kept him. We've only got Runnison, Matt, Tina Turner, and Ramsdale. Now, Matt Tina Turner, he's played fairly well. What was it? I can't remember the team, MLS. Premier League is a different kettle of fish. I've seen the pre-seasons and he looked very, very shaky. Very, very shaky. So, God forbid if Ramsdale was to pick up an injury, because he was injured last year. And we'll be stuck with Runnison and Matt Turner. That could be a turning point in this new season. So I would have kept Bernd Leno for that reason. Still a really good shot stopper. I mean, someone was putting some of the saves that he pulled off when he was our number one. I was thinking, oh, I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. Still a very good goalkeeper. Shaky when he needs to come and claim the ball when it's up in the air, and his distribution was not the best. But all goalkeepers have an Achilles heel, don't they? But yeah, I would have kept Bernd Leno, but the guy wanted out, wanted to go, he wanted to secure more game time, and he's now left the Emirates. So I can only wish him all the best. Now, talking about goalkeepers and Ramsdale. Now, I'm not sure which part of the world that you're watching us on the channel, but there is a documentary, Amazon Prime, All or Nothing. And we've seen some snippets. And if you haven't, you need to go and check it out. Check it out, on Twitter. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. But Aaron Ramsdale, expletive-laden dressing room blast at his teammates after Arsenal collapse. Well, the international Aaron Ramsdale delivered an X-rated rant after the Gunners. Remember when we lost against Everton? I think it was back in December. We scored the one goal, then they came back and scored two storming goals to snatch victory away from Arsenal. Now, Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale did not hide his emotions after the 2-1 defeat at Goodison Park, as a new Amazon Prime documentary proves. Now, there is footage, the All or Nothing, which launches tomorrow. Actually, depending on which part of the world, it's probably like for you, it's probably today. Shows a furious Ramsdale hammers his teammates after the loss. And at the time, Arsenal were clearly frustrated with the defeat after several players just walked off the pitch with their heads down. Yet it was the goalkeeper, Ramsdale, one of the youngest players, who made his feelings known when they returned to the away dressing room. Now, there's a lot of expletives. He actually says, that's embarrassing. shouted Ramsdale as he walked back into the dressing room. The Englishman launched his water bottle and towel across the floor before continuing his passionate tirade at his colleagues as they sat in silence. Every game. So naive, continued Ramsdale before slamming his bottle down. It's a measure of his confidence as he only joined Arsenal from Championship side Sheffield United for 4 months earlier, becoming the club's most expensive goalkeeper, aged 23. What I'm going to say is, I just, no, I won't. I won't say that. I won't say it. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna bother to mention anything about that. Tony, I've just seen you come into the live chat, and again, we've got some problems, brother. I'm not sure what's going on. It says here that you are in a live chat on my phone, but not on the platform. So I need to go in the platform and see what is going on. Anyway, Tony is our latest moderator. Now we've got nine. Nine is a lucky number. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, Tony, man. Yeah, I can't see you here, but I can see you, on Twitter from my phone that you are on a live chat. I don't know what's going on. Anyhow, so that's it. Those are the two news segments. Yeah, on the evening show, actually for the whole day, just two news segments. One fiery and one not so. One left the building. Two goalkeepers. Eeny, meeny, miny. No. I would have kept Leno. But anyhow, yeah, Tony. I don't know what's going on, man. Actually, you know what? Let me just do this whilst. Participate. Oops, what's this? I have no idea what is going on. I don't know. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Tony. I've got no idea. Less Twitter, YouTube. No, still not showing anything at all. Let's have a look here. Yeah. Well, I don't know, brother. Do you know what? I just made a mistake. I just removed somebody by mistake. I'm sorry about that. What's that? Guna. Yeah, Guna. Sorry. I just blocked someone by mistake. Right, listen, let's continue. Anyhow. So what I'm going to do now? Let's go into the poll, and the question that we did late yesterday evening was about, again, Bert Leno. Bert Leno, choose only one: right to sell or should have kept him. And we have had over 1,000 votes. 3 comments and 36 likes. Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. That really does mean a lot to us. So this is how the numbers have fallen. They should have kept him's 27% of the subscribers, and 73 said no, right to sell him. So going by the subscriber voting, you believe that Arsenal was right to sell Bert Leno. I would not have sold him, but the player wanted to go. Anyhow. Right, so let's go into the live chat again. I don't know what is going on. Let me just quickly do this, and let's have a look here. Just see. Give me 1 second, please. 1 second. What's this? I'm just trying to find a resolution. I mean, my moderator Tony is not appearing. What is going on? Captions. Okay. No. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, brother Tony, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I think once I've gone off I'll have to look and see what's happened because it's not showing me anything here. It's not showing that that you're appearing in the live chat. But anyhow, let's feature these comments here. So Errol Waters, even Alex, and my team, our team, it's our team. It's not my team. And then who else we've got? We've got James. James says, how far with the Youri Tielemans saga? And Nelson from Sudan. Oh, yeah, I had an ex-girlfriend from Sudan. There's a mixture. I think that she was half Sudanese and half, was she half Indian? I can't remember. Very fiery character, man. Youri Tielemans, again, we did the video, which came up live actually 2 times. I uploaded it twice. And Brendan Rodgers has already said that Youri Tielemans, he doesn't want this situation to be prolonged. He's really made it plainly clear that he wants to leave. He wants to play European football. Leicester are not in European football. So, yeah. If there are any other updates, James, I will definitely let you guys know. But as of now, there's no more. There's no more news on that. Check out my video. Can't wait. Can't wait. Amit, good evening. It's good to see you, Alex. And good to see you as well. Amit, I hope you're keeping well, my friends. Are you excited for the new season? I am excited, but also, I understand we had a really good season, pre-season. It was an excellent pre-season. But Arsenal now need to transition and mirror that performance there into the Premier League. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen on Friday. I think I gave a prediction. I did give a prediction. Let's have a look here. Do you think we are done with bringing in players? No, I believe we're going to get one more player. We will get one more player in. Who is going to be? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Cody Gakpo. I don't know. Youri Tielemans. Lucas Paqueta. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I have no idea. Russ, good evening to you. I had liked to have kept Leno. Yeah, me too. But if he can't get the games he needs to get to the World Cup, good luck to the fella. Absolutely. So what are you going to be in Arsenal's hospitality box or game? I was actually invited to go for the Emirates Cup by one of my contributors, but I was too busy on the weekend and I couldn't go. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how this season pans out. I am actually hoping to go to the Fulham game. Yeah, when it's the Fulham game, I need to kind of remind myself. Let's have a look here. The Fulham game. Let's have a look here. Bear me a second, please. So the Fulham game is on the 27th of August. So I'm hoping to be at that game. I know Fulham, or maybe you don't know, Fulham is my second favourite club. But yeah, 27th, if everything goes right. So that's the next time I'm hoping to be, say, in the box, hospitality box. Me, you having a laugh? No. Right. It looks like. No, I was going to say we've got some problems here, but we don't. I don't know, Tony, man. I got I got my work cut out, man. You and who's the other person? Guna Brains 09. Yeah, I mean, I just accidentally. Let's see, what's this saying here? Yeah, I accidentally removed this guy, but yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. I'll have to do my homework and find out what is going on here. Creation of different show participation show graphics. Oh my goodness. Sorry about this, people. Okay. Yeah. Leave that to me. Leave that to me because I can't do it now live on ear. Okay. When I'm going to the hospitality box. That's a funny one. Leonard, good evening. He says, "Hi Alex, I'm ready to welcome the boys for the season." Joe from Gaborone, Botswana. Wow, all the brothers, man, from the promised land. Yeah, nice one, man. Okay, you know what? Let me try and read Terry Tony's comments here, and let's have a look. So Tony says the photographer's speech before Spurs game is amazing. You need to go and check it out. I mean, there's a lot of expletives, but it's what happens when you are passionate. Well, I wouldn't say I don't want to generalize because when you're passionate about something, you don't always use expletives. But the photographer, I can't remember his name, in a little snippet of the All or Nothing, and there's after say, listen to this man. This man, he's got something to say about all of you. And the photographer actually says, you know what, I love all of you. So fill in that gap there. And I've been taking photos of this club for 30 years. I've seen some great players come in. I'm just paraphrasing here, but it was a really good how can I say a speech, good speech. So check it out. Check it out. Guna says so. Guna Brains 09 says I'm a real brother. I'm not a bot. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hit that like button, says Tony. And Tony also goes on to say, who would you like most, Savage, Gakpo, Tielemans, or Paqueta? It's tricky, Tony, because whenever I don't have a wide peripheral vision of European football, I don't, and I will admit that my ignorance to that, which is why when I have had James Rowe, who is a sports writer who was born in the UK but since went to live in Amsterdam, I think like 16 years, 17 years ago. So whenever he was on the channel, he would be teaching me about European football, much like Eltel and some of the other guys as well. So my peripheral vision on European football is not so wide. So I'm saying this because I've not seen Lucas Paqueta play. I have not seen Cody Gakpo play. Um, I haven't seen Savage play. Savage play. And I've not run to YouTube to see how these players play because YouTube, they have a way of making people look very, very good, don't they? So it's very, very difficult for me to make a comparison to which player I would prefer. As I understand it, Savage, Minovic Savage, he is a central defensive midfielder. And my limitation goes as far as that. We know we need a central defensive midfielder. Gakpo, as I understand it, is not a central defensive midfielder. Neither is Youri Tielemans. And Youri Tielemans is the only player that I've seen because he plays in the Premier League. So going by the information that I have at hand, not seeing his players play, I would go for Savic and Tielemans, not Gakpo or Lucas Paqueta. And I think that's all the messages I have from my moderator for the show. Let's go back here. Errol says Paqueta, but he wants Man City or them up the road. Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah. Another player it seems like we're going after, or we assuming Arsenal are going for. Edu actually said it himself that, Lucas Paqueta is a player who I admire, from my time being, the Brazilian national team. But as of now, there is no link. So where is that rumor come from? But you're right. He said that he wants either Man City or the Spuds. Alex, what do you think of players like Ashwin, Alexis Sanchez? Good buyers or were they a waste of money? No, they at that time we've spoken about players with legendary status. I don't think either of those two players can have claim to being legends at Arsenal because they had not won the Premier League. For you, a minimum requirement for you to even think about a player being a legend, They have to have won the Premier League, and that's my opinion. But were they a waste of money? No, they weren't. I mean, just think, Arsenal at that time. Arsene Wenger was looking at the stature of players, short but quick players, and Arsenal he fitted that image there. I never forget he scored all those goals against Liverpool. Have we got any Liverpool subscribers? But Alexis Sanchez, hungry, winner's mentality, a legend. Not for me. We have not had a legend play at the Emirates. You might say, oh, well, actually, we had the King, the Return of the King. Okay, fair enough, but they weren't a waste of money. They weren't a waste of money. What do you think? What do you think? Bishop. Bishop, good evening. Says that selling him is for his good. I agree. If he doesn't play, he will not get on his national team. Absolutely correct. My other moderator, Ashley says, hey up Gooners. And Colin, third, almost got a full house. Welcome, Chatty Chatters, Alex and the California family. Welcome with open for the low cost of simply smashing that like button like you've never done it before. Savage would give us a savage midfield. Party and SMS would be one of the best in the league pairings. Then Arsenal get it done. I forget, Savage, I think he valued at £50 million, if memory serves me right. £50 million. And Tony says, I agree, Savage, then Tielemans. Tony, so where do you think Arsenal will finish? I know, listen, the new season hasn't even started yet. And it's like, it's hypothetically speaking, isn't it? Where do you think Arsenal are going to finish at the end of the season? Both Arsenal and Savage were great buys, but both didn't fulfill the best of their potential. You don't think so? You don't think so, Tony? I think, but wasn't it literally with Sanchez? I've always heard this argument with Sanchez and Mesut Ozil. If only Arsene Wenger had brought in more players of that level of quality, then we might have won the Premier League. But I thought they did fulfill. What do you mean because they didn't win the Premier League? Is that why you're saying that, Tony? I'm frustrated because I can't put Tony's comment up. Tony says, I think we'll finish fourth, but third is potential. And why? How come these people do not understand the quality that Silva brings to our back line? Do you know what, Colin? I was thinking about this. Was it yesterday, day before? He hasn't signed a contract extension, has he? And I think the president came to meet his agent in London. I don't know. Am I just, putting two and two together and come up with seven? But that is not done yet. It's not a done deal. A contract extension, we'll have to wait and see on that. But you can see the quality that Saliba and Gabriel Jesus has. Malaya Kamara says, hi, do you think Edu and Arteta will sign two more players before the end of the transfer window? Yeah, Sierra Leone, I had one of my really good friends from church is from Sierra Leone. Yeah, Daniel Kamara. He doesn't watch my channel anymore. But Daniel Kamara is like, I always say to him, you know what, you should be ordained, as the priest of the church. Alex, come on, man, come on. But yeah, brothers in Sierra Leone, man. Yes. Actually, you could probably, do you know a Daniel Kamara who lives in London? Maybe you could be related. Yeah, I do believe Arsenal will get another signing. Remember, singular signings. I don't know, but I think they will get one more signing. Who it's going to be, your guess really is as good as mine. Two great players we had, but Sanchez. Be careful of the language. When he left for Man United, grass ain't always green on the other side, son. Didn't he also say that when he arrived at training of Man United, at that moment he realised they had made the mistake? Anyhow. God damn. The only option that is a close second pipe dream for me is Madison coming into the Odegaard role, with Odegaard back to partnered party, kind of playing the role Shaka goofball is. Errol, be careful. Yeah, I'd say yeah, be careful of the language there, please. Yeah. I know what you meant, but be careful. Some people, especially the likes of myself, might take offence. But I understand what you meant. I believe Arteta will silence those criticising him. Let me see if Tony's responding to my question. Where is it? Oh, right. So both didn't win significant trophies. Okay, yeah. To if elevate their legacy at Arsenal compared to, say, Ramsey, Walcott, or Cazzola in a similar period. Yeah, yeah. And that's it. I think for me, again, the minimum required for a player to be seen anywhere near a legend, you have to have won the Premier League. And we've not won the Premier League since we moved to the Emirates. So, um, let's have a look here. All right. Tony also goes on to say that Erdegaard can't play CDM, right? Excuse my language. Won't happen again. My bad. Yeah. All right. Okay, back over here. Ty Gunnosaurus, good evening. Says even Alex and fellow True Gooners. If we buy Plan B, strike a CDM Tielemans, we will finish third or fourth. Okay. Yep. Okay. We understand that. So how many more players will leave or go on loan? I think we did a poll, didn't we? And that poll, I was surprised. 70 odd percent of the subscribers went for 5 or more players to leave in this speculation. Sorry, transfer window. 5 or more players. Wow. I think myself, maybe I'll go for the middle ground. 3. 3, I reckon. Party isn't a CDM, therefore the two box to box provide cover. And Tony says, got to go, but catch you tomorrow, I'm sure. Tony, thank you for that. Meanwhile, let me investigate and find out what is going on with that. Also, Guna Brains 809. Yeah, I blocked you, but I don't know how to unblock you. I don't know how to do it. Really, I don't know how to do it. All this time I've been using this platform here. I really don't know. I don't know, man. What's this guy going to do? All right, that's not going to do anything. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, man. How do I unblock people? I guess maybe I must have blocked Tony by accident. Anyhow. Yeah, later, Tony. My problem is Tielemans. Bosco, what's he ever done to you? He said my problem. What's the problem with Tielemans? Is it because it's taken so long for Arsenal to get that deal over the line? What's the problem with Tielemans? Is it because the kind of midfielder that he is? Tell Uncle Alex, what is the problem with Tielemans? Meanwhile, let me have a look here. Let's have a look. Right, John Nageza Guna has retweeted that out. And I've just remembered something. There was a little bit of more information, actually, newsworthiness that I wanted to talk about. So what I'm going to do, let me put, where has it gone now? Let me put this up for a second, and then I'm going to put your manager's face up. Yeah, your manager, not my manager. Now, we know tomorrow, actually, at least UK time, the release of All or Nothing Arsenal is going to be aired for everyone to see. Arsenal airing out all their dirty linen. But this one comes from the Guardian newspaper, and the reporter had access to do an interview with Mikel Arteta. So I'm going to go down because the headline kind of captured my eye. And if it's a headline, that's what it's supposed to do. But I went down and I found what he said here. So this is Mikel Arteta saying this. And he says, I don't ask for people to like me or love me. It is who I am. That's their choice. And my choice is always to try to be myself and be the person with the values that I have been raised with. Self-image is of little importance. It doesn't concern me, but it concerns my loved ones, and obviously, everybody likes to be liked. But what I guarantee you are going to see is who I am, and not only me, about who we are as a club, which is the most important thing, much more important than me. And that perception, hopefully, is positive. That worries me much more than my personal one. What does it mean, my personal one? So I thought, well, you know what? I am much like that. Don't, I couldn't really care less what people really think about me. If I was concerned about how people thought about me, then I wouldn't be myself. You have to be who you are. Don't try and be something that you are not. Be the person who you are. Everything else there, I just didn't want to didn't want to read. But I thought that's quite interesting that he came up with that. I am who I am, and what concerns me is more about Arsenal, what I'm trying to do here, above anything else. There, so okay, I'll give you your props for that, Mikel Arteta. Let's have a look here. What else was there? Let's have a look. Bosco, did you come back? You didn't come up with your response, did you? Or did you? No, you didn't. Betterong needs to go for of reasons, but yeah, plethora of reasons, but definitely to get Saliba the number two. Oops, I want in Arsenal, says Bosco. Oh right, okay, now I understand what you're saying. Become a member, send a super chat for the disco ball. Purchase, subscribe, buy some merch, but you must violate that like button like nobody's business. Thank you for that, Colin. And good, Arteta on loan by himself. We know who you are. Colin, do you think Arsenal are so confident of getting Tielemans when they want on their own terms? Is the reason why this transfer is taking so long? Who knows? Who knows? It's like you've got when we do sign the players. The problem here is not when we buy them; it's when we try to sell them, which is presenting itself now again for another transfer window. But I really couldn't tell you. And when I've read the report about it's going to be complicated, I believe it from David Ornstein. Most of the time, I do believe what he says there. And at that time was 3 weeks ago. He said it's complicated, but Arsenal would have to probably sell a player to finance the purchase of Youri Tielemans. I'm thinking, wow, we don't have money? We don't have money. Really? But who knows? Who knows? All for nothing. Okay. Have Arsenal sold Leno for 3 million plus add-ons? Not happen. That might not happen. It's happened. It's happened because they're counting the wages. No, it's happened. He's signed. He signed for Fulham. I reported at the beginning of the show. So he's now left the building. He's no longer an Arsenal asset. Yeah. You know what, people? We have actually come to an end on this evening show here on Channel 42. I've got some homework to do, man. I've got to try and figure out why is it, some people, I mean, I know, was it Guna Brains 09? I accidentally blocked him. I saw the emoji, I was thinking, oh no, this person's spamming us, but I need to figure out how do I unblock members in the live chat, unblock them. We have come to an end. I want to say a big thank you to my moderators. Thank you so very much for that. Being my first line of being our first line of defense. I know Errol he made a mistake, and that's okay because we all make mistakes. But it was a really good show. I didn't have the best of days today. Didn't have the best of days, and I'm not going to bore you with all the details. You don't need to know about that. But it's good to get back on the evening show and just kind of do the thing that I love so much. And this for me is a hobby. Just getting onto Canon 4 TV, having laughs and jokes, reading the comments, responding to the questions there, and messing up. I messed up, didn't I? Daring me. Anyhow, on the day that we found out that Bernd Leno has now left Arsenal, he's now a fully fledged Fulham player, and a little more snippets of the all or nothing. Yeah, Ramsdale losing his mind, and there's Mikel Arteta saying, "I am who I am." Okay. Anyhow, have a wonderful evening or an afternoon or morning, wherever you are in this world of ours. And this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.